Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm gonna talk about why it's essential for you to become a fund manager in the cryptocurrency market for the success in long term. So the best thing an investor can get is more and more funds to manage. Getting more and more funds is a habit like a successful investor has. Once you have that habit, a new paradigm will be alive in your mind, a paradigm you never want to get rid of. A smart investor knows that without getting more funds to manage, he can't grow as a fund manager. That's why these hedge funds manage billions in asset under management, or as they say, AUM. Long-term coin helps you to get those funds to manage if you have skills. But first of all, you need to create that thinking habit in which you can believe that yes, I can manage massive amounts of fund as a fund manager. Once you have that thinking habit that yes, I can manage billions as a fund manager, then only you can start looking at solutions. Long-term coin provides that solution with its protocol. First of all, you need to commit yourself to understand the long-term coin protocol. The world is so fast that we have stopped giving time to almost everything necessary. Long-term protocol contains of two major points. First is how much long-term coin you bought from our token sale, and second, so from here, and the second is how much returns you have given on DeFi protocols like Enzyme Finance and Solrise Finance as a fund manager. It is as simple as that in nutshell. To be eligible to claim funds to manage, you need to hold long-term coin as early as possible and as much as you can, because it contains 50% weightage in our ranking system to claim funds, as you can see on our site as well. This is the chart here. That is a pretty big, pretty significant number, 50%. Remaining 50% weightage contains your total returns and consistency of those returns. So overall, if you have decent investing or trading skills, you should sincerely think about getting more and more long-term coin tokens, as it will help you massively when you will be claiming the funds for the management. Now, if you are not aware about how to set up your Enzyme account, then you should go to Enzyme Finance YouTube channel or read their articles, and you can do the same with Soulrise Finance as well as to create your funds. Tutorials are available for all these DeFi protocols listed by us. Once you set up your fund, you can start claiming the funds to manage after 1 month. Of course, 1 month is a pretty short period of time possibly to claim funds, but if you have massive returns in just 1 month, and at the same time if you have bought pretty decent amount of long term coin from our token sale, then you can claim the funds to manage, and possibly a decent amount will be available for you to manage. Now, this token is especially for those people who do not carry any decent social media presence but are skilled fund managers. A lot of good fund managers end up selling courses on social media as they have social media presence, but fund managers who are skilled and don't even carry any social media presence have hard time even selling courses. Honestly, if you have skills to invest, I believe that you should better be managing funds rather than selling courses. One of the key advantage of buying long-term coin right now is that earlier you buy, higher your power to claim funds to manage. Now, what this means is that even after 5 years, if you think that you can become a trader full time, you can claim funds to manage with massive advantage of higher points to claim funds to manage, as you bought long term coin 5 years back. Now, the example is given here in this article as well. So you should definitely go through this article as well, in which I have explained significantly about what this calculations are, and you can get into the details in that. But now let me still go through this article quickly. Now, that let's assume that someone bought long-term coin today worth of $1,000, and other person bought after 4 years 11 and 11 months worth the same 1000 USD amount. Now, if you buy the coin today and we calculate, then you have nearly 12 months multiplied by 5 years of extra points, which is 60 times more than a person owning long-term coin after 5 years. Now, to compete with you to claim funds, this person needs to have extremely high returns in a heavy in a very short period of time to claim similar amount of funds to manage as you can, nearly 60 times, which is nearly impossible. Now, that's the power of owning long-term coin right now, as early as you can. Long-term coin can turn out to be a great deal if you have skills as a manager, very similar to YouTubers on YouTube, which helped a lot of content creators show their art to the world and help them earn a lot of money. As a token holder, also, if you just buy from the official token sale and submit your transaction details, you can gain a lot of value when you sell this to other fund managers. We will talk about this later because for this to execute, we need a marketplace, and we will talk about that in other upcoming videos in details. The long-term coin protocol heavily supports the early investors because that's how it has been designed. If you see any great project, it supports heavily to the people who are supporting the project in its infancy stage. For example, a lot of core Bitcoin developers have created great crypto projects already because they were early adopters of Bitcoin and they got some direct or indirect advantage because of that. Or CEO of YouTube was amongst the early employees of Google, if you can remember. What I'm trying to say here is that if you support the protocol in early stages, you have extremely higher odds of gaining massive advantage over others in many ways. I can't be a fund manager. I am not thinking this as my career, or I think all this is gambling, so I will always play around with small amounts. Cannot be very helpful for your finances. All these lines are not for you. If you want to be if you want to be a successful person in the cryptocurrency market, you will have to raise your voice against the lies which you tell to yourself like this. Lies that you can't become a fund manager or can't make a career as an investor. If lies are the base of your thoughts, then it will be a disaster sooner or later for your investing career. If you can't even accept this simple thought that you can become a fund manager, then how can we expect to succeed as an investor? I keep saying this again and again that all great investors manage other investors' funds to grow. From Buffett to Jim Simmons to Bill Ackman, in the world which is so fast to change our attention from one point to another, it is getting harder and harder for all of us to take up any new or demanding challenge. But the reality is that without taking the challenge of becoming a fund manager, it will be very hard for any of us to make a career out of it. The negative thoughts must be replaced by yes and can be, and yes, I can be a fund manager. Now, that's a positive attitude. If you think that yes, I can be a fund manager. On that note, I would like to end this video and remind you that owning long-term coin is your first step towards your commitment to become a great fund manager. That's why we have created these platforms to support the skilled people to claim funds to manage and become fund managers. I hope you guys you loved this video, and I will catch you up in the next video.